Saxon Algebra 1, Lesson 81. Greetings, my students. It's a new week. Caleb, I missed talking to you this past week. I didn't get a video chat in with you. Please make sure you check in with me this week. Normally, I expect to hear from you on Thursdays when you're at the Ricksmans, because Thursdays at 1, that's the time that Joel and Micah are supposed to check in with me. If you're not at their house, that's fine. You can just check in with me anytime on Friday. But I do expect to hear from you every week. So give me a call this week, dude. I don't want to miss you 2 weeks in a row. All right. We have talked about solving systems of equations. And there are a number of different ways to do this. The first way is by what we call substitution. And we've been doing that a lot this year, haven't we? That's where you like rearrange one and plug it into the other. We also learned a technique called elimination. Okay, and that's where you fiddle with them, one or both of them, so that for one of the variables, you'll have the same number coefficient but opposite signs. And then when you add them, that coefficient will, or that variable will drop out, right? And then you're left with just one letter and a number, and you can solve it. We're going to learn a third way today that's solving them by graphing. Oh, I almost wrote graphy. Okay. There is a fourth way and a fifth way that we're going to learn in advanced mathematics. So you can look forward to that. That's the green book. That's what Jayla, Laura, and Vivian are studying this year. So you can look forward to having that mystery resolved to you. But today, we're going to cover that third way. This reminds me of a great moment. I was on the bus one time years ago. I don't even know why I was on the bus, but I was taking the bus to my neighborhood. That is the bus that comes from Edmonds Community College. And there were two girls on the bus sitting in front of me in the seat. They were probably, I don't know, 17, 18, 19. And they were having a very spirited conversation about which was their favorite method of solving systems of equations. I nearly hugged them both. They were so cute. And what could make a math teacher happier than students who were fondly debating the merits of the different kinds? Sweet memory. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Graphing is easy because we already know how to graph lines. That's super easy. We don't have to learn a new trick like we did with these, a new way to manage all the numbers. This is easy. We know how to do this. The problem, so that's the pro, is that it's easy because we already know how to do it. The con is that it's a very imprecise answer, and you'll see what I mean. And we don't use this one. Mathematicians don't like solving systems of equations by graphing for just this reason. It's just very unsatisfying. All right, so there's a little introduction to our topic. Let's dig in, shall we? 81.1. Solve by graphing. Y equals x plus 1. Whoops. I didn't manage to get that on the line, but I got it right. Remember, a system of equations is whenever we have a bracket there and two equations that we're asked to solve. Now, John's rearranging the way he's writing these because he is our friend, and he's making these equations go into y equals mx plus b format, right? These look like this. This is perfect for graphing. Normally, he writes them in this format, right? He writes the line like this, and that's really good for substitution and elimination. All right, so this is just John being nice to us. Later, he may give us equations like this, and in order to graph them, we'll have to change them into that. So this is just good to know It's not a problem for this problem because he's been so nice about it, but we may need to deal with it later. All right, I'm not going to put a bunch of numbers on this. We're just going to start in and add what we need. I'm going to graph the first line. Remember that we start at the y-intercept, +1, and then we use the slope as a treasure map to help us find the second point. There's no written slope there, so I'm going to put it in, 1/1. So that's a rise over a run, so we go up 1 and over 1, so that's right there, right? And so then this is our first line. That's easy. Now we'll graph our second line. We go to +4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our first point. Then we use this as a treasure map. I'll put it over 1 so we have a number. This is negative, so we go down and then to the right. We go down 2, 1, 2, and over 1. Oh, well, that worked out pretty nicely because when we graphed it, we see that the two lines intersected right at this point, which I didn't write very carefully. I missed it with 1. 1, 2. So we can see that the point of intersection in this one was really easy to find. The problem is that most of the time we're not going to have such a clean, perfect answer, and that's annoying. I hear my dog getting into the trash. I'll be right back, and this lesson will have a part 2. Sorry, bye.